淡水 1, circa 1935. Oil on canvas. 91 by 116.5 centimeters. Private collection. From the position of the Danshui Public Hall overlooking the street below, there really are a lot of people. Among the group of simple buildings, electric poles go straight along the street arranged in 2 rows. The area of the street that has been modernized reveals a neat orderliness. At the same time, the white-colored walls of houses, scattered high and low, stick their heads out one after another, pulsating with an entertaining sense of rhythm. The sunlight in the small town reflects a large stretch of a warm orange-red color, which impeccably matches the gem-like dark blue of the river. The Danshui in the painting seems to be a bewitching dreamscape that is both elegant and innocent. 1. Shawl. The lower watercourse of the Danshui River is level and shallow. Add to that the backflow of the river during the rising tide and during the period of the Sino-French War, wrecked vessels were piled up in the harbor. Thus the pile at the river mouth affected the town's prosperity. In the long run, silt accumulated, and although it is a beautiful shawl in the painting, it influenced the function of Danshui as support, making its shipping increasingly decline over time. 2. Masts. The 2 tall erect poles are the masts of a junk. According to the Taiwan Association report of 1898, Chinese-style sailing vessels going to and fro between China and Taiwan would fly various colored triangular headboards to indicate their place of origin. Since the red color indicated Guangdong, we thus know the birthed Chinese-style sailing vessel was from Guangdong. 3. Rickshaw. The depiction of the rear of a carriage and tires should be the rickshaw. The modern rickshaw was invented in Japan in 1869. Later, it was imported to Taiwan and became a common form of transportation. In 1925, it only took 25 cents to go from the Danshui train station to Fort San Domingo, even cheaper than taking a bus. 4. City rectification. With the straight and broad streets just having been finished not long before, in 1933, this is the result of the city rectification. The Japanese government was imitating the idea of modern Western city planning. Often in Taiwan, the cities and towns of each area undertook similar kinds of reconstruction projects. Besides working on the appearance of the wider street and the facilities of the street foundation, they also improved the drainage system of the entire area. 5. Electric poles. The electric poles, like the straight streets, even more advanced the image of modernization. At the beginning of the Japanese colonial period, the undertaking of electrification of each large city sprang up, and gradually the electric pole merged into the view of everyday life. It became an important representative topic in Chen Chengpo's paintings. At the same time, he uses it as a major element to represent a sense of spatial distance. 6. Red tiles and white walls. Lime was smeared on the triangular wall faces. The large swaths of white color in the sunlight and on warm days were especially attractive. In rainy Danshui, a layer of lime smeared on the exterior walls of buildings was able to prevent water seepage. The lime for the small town was most often provided by ash kiln in the north. In early Taiwan, there were many locations where lime was produced, Most places have similar names. 7. Japanese tiles. The black roof tiles and the red tiles on the roofs of the buildings in the surrounding area form a contrast. The one with black tiles is likely a Japanese building. Because of the considerable quantities required for this kind of building, Taiwan during Japanese times once imported many Dharma kiln-produced black tiles. Among the common folk, they were popularly called dog head kiln. The black-colored kiln pieces are in the process of firing exposed to black smoke, which has the result that carbon affixes itself to the pieces. 8. Pediment. A building with the four-sided pyramid roof should be a Western-style building. Its front side has the lines of a simple pediment. This kind of embellishment that protrudes out at the top of the facade originates in ancient Greece. Later in Taiwan, buildings imitating the Baroque style largely used this. The front side of a pediment frequently has complex lines of beautiful low-relief engraving, which adds to the style of the building.